If the idea of new year, new you already is starting to feel exhausting, then I want you to stay tuned because this episode is for you. And today I want to talk about a gentler, more sustainable way to support your health in 2026 and beyond. And it's without extremes, pressure, or burnout. It's just some simple shifts that help your body feel safer, steadier, and more supported as you move into the new year. Hey friend, welcome to Gut Fix. Are you ready to finally get rid of those debilitating digestive symptoms? Do you catch yourself staying up late Googling things like, what can I eat? Or how do I stop a flare? Or maybe you're just lying awake wondering, how did this ever happen to me? I'm Wendy, and I've been exactly where you are, desperately searching for answers, but determined to find natural solutions. And like you, I was overwhelmed by all the conflicting information out there and unsure of what might really work for me. And so now in this podcast, I'm here to share with you what I've learned, how to listen to your body's signals, and uncover the common mistakes that might be standing in the way of your healing. So grab your favorite drink, pop in your earbuds, and let's dive into your health transformation together. Hey there, and welcome back to Gut Fix. As this episode goes live, we're right in that space between years, between 2025 and 2026, when everybody's talking about, fresh starts, big goals, reinventing yourself, all the things, right? And if that is already starting to feel exhausting, then you're not alone. Every January, there's this unspoken pressure to suddenly do everything perfectly, whether it's your business or whether it's in health, and eating better, sleeping better, managing stress better, fixing your gut, fix your energy, fix everything, right? Starting on Monday. But here's what I want you to know and what I want to offer instead as we head into 2026. You don't need a new version of yourself. You need better support for the person that you already are. So, real lasting health doesn't come from a major overhaul. It comes from very small, intentional, steady, consistent shifts that your body can actually sustain. So today I want to keep this very simple and very practical. If you're thinking about your health this year, here are a few places I would always recommend starting, and no extremes, right? So first thing is I want you to think about how you start your day matters more than you think it does. So before you think about food, before you think about your supplements, checking your phone, your nervous system sets the tone. So even a few deep breaths, getting some of that morning light in your eyes, or even just a glass of water before your coffee, can help your body feel safer and more regulated before it, even starts, the day gets busy, right? And then the second thing I want you to think about is to eat to stabilize and not to restrict. So a lot of energy crashes, cravings, and digestive issues, they are not about willpower. They're about your blood sugar and keeping it stable, and also about stress. So supporting your body with enough protein. And this is a big one because in general, it's very, when you really think about, we need between 100 and 130 grams of protein every day. That's about 30 to 40 grams per meal. That's sometimes really hard to do. And I bet if you really count, you're not getting that. But also it's about getting enough fiber and healthy fats. And this is really important early in the day. So that can make a huge difference. Now, the third thing is sleep. And this is a big one for me. If you've been following me or listening to me, sleep is my number one thing. It's my go-to thing. It's not optional. And I know it's tempting to look for the next supplement or the next protocol. But I'm telling you, sleep is where your healing happens. That's in your rest and digesting. When you go to sleep, your liver cleans out, your brain flushes out. Everything happens when you sleep. So think about consistent bedtimes, dimming the lights in the evenings, fewer late night scrolling on the computer or on your phone. And all of that can change more than people realize, right? And then finally, I want you to pay attention to symptoms instead of just plowing through them, because they're warning signs, right? They're not random. They're warning signs. Your body's telling you something. So looking for fatigue, bloating, mood changes, headaches, they're not random, I'm telling you. They're communication from your body. So when you start listening, instead of ignoring them, your body gives you all the information that you need, and it gives you really good information. One of my favorite tools for building awareness is a simple wellness journal or planner. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be anything perfect. It doesn't have to be even anything fancy, right? There are such things that you can buy if you are so inclined to do that, but you can just keep it your own little journal, and start just keeping track of these things. But also, I'm not looking for perfection, and we should never be striving for that, but looking for patterns, right? So looking for when you notice that when you feel off, when you feel fatigued, when you feel bloated. And so you could be tracking things like your sleep, your meals, your stress, your gratitude. Oh my gosh, gratitude is so important. And also reflection on the day. What did you do well that day? And it doesn't have to be just in eating or wellness, but just in overall, what did you do really well? And when you can see what's happening, you can stop guessing at what's happening, and you can start healing, and that becomes much more intentional. So as we move into 2026, I want this space to continue to support you in a very deep, meaningful way. That also means that I'm going to be taking just a very short pause in these episodes while I go to work and refine what's next. Something that's more aligned, it's more supportive, and honestly, it's just much better. So this isn't an ending, it's just a reset. And I'll just be gone for a couple of episodes likely as I get the final touches on this new and improved, which I'll be back to announce. So I thank you for being here today. I thank you for listening. I thank you for being here in 2025 and hopefully following through in 2026. And also, thank you for caring about your health enough to approach it with some curiosity instead of pressure. So let's take this next season very gently, small steps, progress, not perfection, because they really do add up. And I'll be back soon with something well worth the wait. Oh, and by the way, you can still sign up for a free discovery call. You can still sign up for a mini breakthrough session. All of that is in the show notes below, or you can find it on my website, wendyhandy.com. And I look forward to talking to you in 2026. Hey friend, I hope today's episode brought you some real value. If it did, would you take just 30 seconds to share it with a friend who might be struggling to get her gut in check? And if you're feeling extra generous, leave me a review on Apple. It absolutely lights me up knowing that this podcast is making a difference for you. All right, it's time for me to grab my protein shake and get my gut happy. I'll see you back here next Tuesday for another episode of Gut Fix. And until then, stay happy and stay healthy.